You're here suing your son?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, I'm suing him for $133 for using my gas credit card without my knowledge. We had bought a car for Eric when he came home from school for the summer so he could go to work and things like that. And
What kind of car?
It's a Volvo.
All right.
And we agreed that we would pay for the insurance and the iPass, and he would pay for the gas. And he had to get the insurance on his own and everything because he was no longer even allowed on our insurance because he's previously totaled 2 cars. So we said he could use the car as long as he could find someone that would give him insurance.
Okay. And was he able to do that?
Yes, he was.
All right. I understand that you have a written contract that you made with your son.
Yes. Did you want to
have
see
that?
it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. What about any receipts for the gas?
Yes.
Okay.
And this goes with the contract. So.
All right. Let me take a look at it. All right. So I see we have a credit card statement here in the amount of $133.49.
Mm-hmm.
And that represents the gas card that he used without permission?
Well, that's one of them. That was just the example. There's several, but
okay.
That's the one I brought in.
All right. Okay. And then we have this contract.
Mm-hmm.
Terms and conditions for the use of the Volvo S70. All right. Why did you feel a need? This is very unusual.
Yes.
So how old is Eric?
19.
Okay. Eric, I'm going to get to you in just a minute, okay? This is extremely unusual to put a contract, something in writing. You know, people come to court all the time with oral contracts, which are valid contracts as well. But to have a 6-paragraph contracts, I see the first one was he can't make changes to the sound system and the electrical system. I understand what that's about.
Oh, well, there's a story behind that, too. He was given use of my mother's car, his grandmother. Her pride and joy, it was an old Mercedes that, little old lady drove to church every Sunday, and she let him use that car to drive to school. And he bought satellite radios and a navigator and all this kind of stuff and ripped apart the whole dashboard in her car, updating and upgrading everything with wires hanging from everywhere, and he ended up totaling that car. So that's why we had to put a provision in for no rewiring.
Okay, and you have that the car will not be taken to school in Dallas under any conditions this year. If GPA is kept above B level, the car may be taken to school in 2009 with prior consent from the parents on an agreed upon date.
Yes.
So this is to try to help him understand that he needs to have a B average.
Right.
Okay. And then the car only has liability insurance in the event that he gets damaged. He's going to have to make repairs. That's reasonable. Mm-hmm. And then you put that as of the date of the contract, which was May 15th of 2008, the car is in excellent condition. And so you making sure that you want to keep it that way.
Exactly.
And then you have in paragraph 5, Eric is responsible for all ongoing gas expenses.
Right.
All right? And then number 6 is the house front and backyards must be mowed every week. So you threw that in there too.
Yes.
That's a good thing to do.
He's already broken the contract.
Yeah, well, you also have that the bedroom must be kept in acceptable order as per mom's standards.
Right, and those are the pictures that you have, and as you can see, those would not meet anybody's standards.
The fact that his mom even had the forethought to write up a contract is amazing. And it's clear that this boy needed a contract because he's just smirking his way through, acting like a little sociopath. And I wonder how kids like this are made. What do you mean? You're gonna take your grandma's car, rip it apart, and then total it, and then giggle about it in court? Huh? You signed the contract, so whatever she's here for, she's gonna get it. I think now you should be more concerned about your mom literally airing out your dirty laundry on national television, because any potential suitor who sees this is gonna run far, far away.
All right, Eric, It's signed, sealed, and delivered. Your mother has brought in a written contract. You know what a breach of contract, when you breach a contract mean? What does that mean?
As if you don't follow any point in the contract.
Very good. So how do you think you standing so far, Eric?
From the beginning, I thought that, at least because of the room and the mowing the lawn, which had nothing to do with the car, I thought the contract was ridiculous. And since I couldn't get, if I didn't sign it, I didn't get a car, didn't have a choice, so I just signed it.
So at the time you signed the contract, did you have in your mind that you were going to change your ways and start cleaning your room?
Well, my room's always been clean. I mean, there's certain times where it has gotten out of hand, then I clean it.
Okay, you
But
think
she
this is
probably
clean?
took that picture right, when it was in its worst before I cleaned it.
Yeah, it's in a bad situation now. You came in here like a big-time lawyer today. I can tell you, your mother's handling her business against you, Eric. So let me hear from you. One of the clauses in the contract, which I read, I pretty much summarized all 6 terms and conditions, the paragraphs of the contract. One of them was that you would be responsible for the gas expenses.
Right.
Lo and behold, sitting on her credit card is one of the card numbers whereby you have been using the gas.
Mm-hmm.
She wants you to pay for it.
Well, I don't understand why I should have to pay. First of all, when I was 16, she gave me the gas card under my name. It's got my name on the card. And she's always paid for gas with the other 2 cards.
Now, you're 19 now, though, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
And now all of a sudden she wants me to pay for it, and she hasn't done anything about it prior to either. By canceling the card, I still have the card in my pocket.
So she should cancel the card?
If she doesn't want me to use it, it's not that hard.
What about your word on the agreement?
That I thought was just ridiculous. But I had to sign it.
So you're telling me that they get to give you the car, and in return, you don't get to meet the terms and conditions of the contract?
Well, I've met everyone except for that.
Okay, did you mow the lawn?
Yes. No. Yes. I have mowed, on multiple occasions, I've mowed it twice a week, even though the contract only says once a week.
Now, what kind of grade point average you have? Let me see if you met that term and condition.
Last semester, I had I think like 3.5.
Oh, that's true? Mm-hmm. All right, so you're doing that part. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as I'm concerned, you're not keeping the room clean.
Well, from those pictures, but that's only one.
Okay.
You can't see everything else.
Now, you seem a bit spoiled to me. Why do you think that is? I know that in your response you said that your mother has always given you everything.
Right. So why? Well, she's given me, whenever I needed anything, she's, helped me out. And now all of a sudden she's changing everything. It's
all of a sudden you grew up.
And therein lies the issue. If you give your kids everything they've ever asked for, they're not going to think they need to work for anything. And they're going to take advantage of everything you ever do for them. Now, I think there's a balance, of course. I don't think there's anything wrong with parents helping their kids out, but it can come at a cost. If your kid thinks that they can just use you as a scapegoat whenever they possibly need it, especially when they're an adult, that's a problem, because they are not going to learn to rely on themselves. They're not going to learn that they need to become self-sufficient. And they're definitely not going to fly the coop, because who would do that if they have everything they could possibly need?
Now, I know that you have a lot on you. You have a son.
Yes.
Another son.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Jordan?
Jordan.
And he has...
He has cerebral palsy. He's a...
How long has he had... He was born with
From
cerebral-
birth, they cut off his oxygen.
How do you manage? Especially, is this your only other son?
Yes.
Yeah. And what's the age difference?
They're
1
just
year.
a year apart.
A year. So you're the oldest though, right? Mm-hmm. So you had him, everything was fine. You have another child. This child has cerebral palsy. And then all of a sudden in the house, all of the attention goes to Jordan.
Right. And then my husband died.
And then your husband died.
Yeah.
How
So-
old were the children?
2 and 3.
Oh my goodness.
So then I was a single mom for a long time. So I feel like when Eric was growing up, there was a lot of tension on Jordan. So I tried to give him a lot of things to I guess, make up for it, even though I was always there with him because I was home, but maybe he needed more attention. I don't know. He just expects
well, how did
a
this
lot.
make you feel?
That's just been life for me. I mean, I've never really noticed the resentment I've never felt. I mean, it's my brother. And it's just, I help what I can. but I've never really noticed being ignored or anything like that.
'Cause it's
he needs
always
to be
been-
taken care of.
He's always been there.
Right.
Do you believe that when your mother said she was giving you things to try to make up for the fact that so much attention was going on Jordan? Do you know that was happening?
Could have been. I never really noticed because in the first place, I never really noticed that I was being neglected, and I wasn't being neglected either.
I wouldn't go as far as to say neglected because
Yeah,
I
'cause,
can
mean,
tell
it wasn't anything like that.
your mother is a good mother.
Oh, yeah.
I just
Amazing.
think that if she was honest enough to say, well, you're the recipient of all the good stuff, so naturally you're not trying to come up in here and say you've been getting all the good stuff. Are you remarried?
Yes.
How did that work out? Do you have a good relationship with your stepfather?
Fairly good, yeah. I mean, there's days where we're kind of.
They
That
butt
is-
heads a lot.
yeah.
My husband is Venezuelan, so there's a lot of macho going on in that house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it get better when he left for school?
It was never bad. It's just that they're similar in a lot of ways and very different in a lot of ways. So they just sometimes, you know.
Okay.
But and having him come in when he was, how old were you? 14.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like he was the man of the house for all that time, and then to have somebody else come in and say no.
Well, how did he get this way? Is it because you were so busy taking care of Jordan that you kind of let him become the man of the house? And honestly?
I don't think he was ever the man of the house, but there was not anyone else there. And I think a father in the house makes a huge difference, that when, you know, to back you up and to put their foot down and say no. I mean, you look at any child in a restaurant, the minute the father says something, they're
Well,
all...
honey, I'm the mama. And whenever I say something, I'm not going to have a problem. And I raised 2 boys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that what's happened is, because you've done such an incredible job with Jordan,
I spoiled him is the problem.
there you go. I think you have.
Yes.
You got it now.
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly. That is a spoiled brat if I've ever seen one. And of course, he never noticed that you were giving so much attention to his brother because you were also giving him whatever he wanted. So he didn't mind that you had to take extra care of the brother because he knew that he was going to get a car out of it. Now, I imagine there's a lot of difficulty from his father passing away and growing up mostly without a dad, and then having some man come into the house and trying to play the role of your father. But that still doesn't change the fact that you're taking advantage of your mom, and you don't seem to care. You don't seem to have any kind of idea that you're doing anything wrong. You have this very strong entitlement that she is supposed to be giving you these things and that you expect them from her. And that's the issue. The entitlement we see in these cases is crazy. Grinds my gears every time.
And I believe that that's why he's been able to get away with everything.
But the problem is, you know, I think it's okay to spoil your kids a little, but they have to, at some point, grow up from there. Now
Then how do they do it though? See, if you spoil them, then where's the bridge, right? You're trying to figure out why I can't keep the card and keep using it.
Yeah, well, I certainly think, especially now, I'm definitely not spoiled anymore. Because, I mean, for example, for you,
my God.
she hasn't cooked a meal, a homemade meal, in months. No, seriously, she has not cooked me any dinner.
Bless your heart. What would you like your mama to fix for you, little Eric?
Everything. I mean, when you come home from college, isn't that kind of part of why you come home?
No,
Is for a
that is not why you come home. In fact, we don't want to see you when you come home. Because we bring your dirty laundry and everything. Well, Eric, I think you are a little spoiled. What do you think?
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I know I used to be.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Everybody in America right now would like to be carrying around a gas card that they don't have to pay for. Well, what made you finally say enough is enough, I'm going to file a lawsuit and come to see Judge Petty?
Oh, well, this is the good one. He calls me from the car, and says, Mom, you got to put $80 in my account. I said, for what? He goes, because I'm on my way to the gym, and I have to pay the $50 monthly fee, and then I got to get a haircut. I go, well, did you go to the gym already? He said, no, I'm on my way. I said, well, then don't go to the gym, and don't go get a haircut if you don't have the money. He said, well, you always pay for haircuts. I said, Eric, he has a monthly budget of $180 that we give him really during the school year, but for the summer too. And that's what he's supposed to use for, incidentals and everything. Because at school, everything's paid for. There's a food plan.
Oh, we all do it with our kids.
Right.
Mine got $50 a week or $200 a month. So
Okay.
that's about reasonable. That's
There you go.
how we
A
did.
judge even gives her kids $200.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but
not anymore. They're grown.
Okay.
But they had a hard time too understanding that I had to cut that in biblical code. Because they kept trying to come back home. They kept trying to get me to cook. They kept trying to do. I wasn't giving them no gas card now. I know about that.
I mean, I'm glad that the mom is at least trying to put her foot down now, trying to instill some kind of responsibility and budget into her kid's life. But there's just something so intrinsically wrong with him. That sounds bad, but it's like he's already there. He's already been spoiled. He already has the mindset that he deserves all of this from you, that he deserves a home-cooked meal, that he deserves to have you pay for his gym, for his haircut, for his whatever. He already feels like he deserves all of that from you. Seems like you just never really told him no growing up. And kids, they need to hear the word no. And that's why he feels so confused that you're now putting your foot down, because this is new for him. He's never experienced you telling him, well, don't do that. Well, don't go to the gym if you can't afford it. Sorry.
But it's a situation where you're a grown up now.
well, yeah, but those are actually 3 separate occasions that she put into one.
No.
Yeah.
This was just the last time you did it.
No,
I'm
because-
talking, there's been several, I know, but I didn't even finish the story. So I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you money. If you don't have money, don't do it. He goes, just do it, and hung up. So, of course, I didn't do it. And he went ahead and went to the gym anyway, and went and got his hair cut anyway. And then he came home and yelled at me. He goes, now look, now I'm overdrawn.
That's not how it happened.
So this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yes.
Because that's actually separate occasions. But first of all, the $180.
Wait. I don't even need to get into that. You know where I want to get into. What do you think you can do talking to your mother like that?
Well, I
Oh,
didn't.
Thank you.
I didn't. But the gym membership.
I don't
was
want to get into anything else. I had to tell you, if you were mine and you did that, I'll do what my mother used to say. You ever heard that saying? I brought you in this world and I'll take you out.
She said it.
Mom, let me say this. There's such a thing called an enabler. That's who you are. Because you're a caretaker. You're taking care of Jordan, and now you want to take care of him. So let's get to the evidence now. This was such a wonderful legal case for me because we had such an ironclad contract. As I said, your mother had it signed, sealed, and delivered, and she brought it in here to court. You have breached this contract all over the place. I'm going to find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $133.49 for the gas, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Court stands adjourned.
The judge's advice to my son was very helpful because I think maybe hearing it from someone from this type of authority might help him understand what I'm trying to say, because maybe when a mom says it's nagging, but when a judge says it's the truth.
You know what? That's so true. I hate when men try to act like their mom or their girlfriend or their wife is nagging them. But it's like, no, we're just asking you to be a responsible human being and you're refusing to do it. Like, there's nothing more infuriating than a man saying, she's just nagging me to do X, Y, and Z. When it's like, no, you should be naturally doing that because you're a grown-ass man. But hopefully this whole experience got through to him, and hopefully he does grow up. And hopefully whatever girlfriend he may possibly have in the future watches this episode. But I'm curious to know your thoughts on this case. Do you think the mom should have gotten more than what she got? Do you think this kid is going to change his ways and grow up? I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.